Hello, everyone, and I'd like to wish the teachers out there a happy Teacher Appreciation Day. On many of the websites that I've seen, it was May 7th of 2016, but I really think that it's sometime in June, and the reason being is teachers need to teach not only from the beginning of the year, but all the way through the last day of school, and they even have to keep up their work during the summer, learning different plans and things. The hardest part of teaching is probably right around the holiday seasons. So, Halloween, winter break, any 3-day weekend, any vacation time for school, February, April, and specifically the end of the school year, because it's those great teachers who can take content and make learning fun through the last days of school. You're not just going to school for field day. You're not just going to school for attendance that's necessary and to avoid truancy officers knocking on your door. There's so many other things. So great teachers need to do a lot to be there for their students and to continue to teach them throughout the school year, especially in June. So, that being said, I have an article for you. This article is from my personal archives from Friday, October 2nd, 2015, entitled Great Teachers Can Inspire for Life. Great teachers. Some traits. They are welcoming. They're generous. They're creative. They're memorable. And transformative. Let's back up. Welcoming. My teachers were welcoming in always greeting us at the door, making us say something about our day. Generous. They always gave not just of their resources, an extra pencil here or there, more paper, but also their time for grading papers, tutoring, and during lunches that should be their own. Creative. The way in which they teach their lessons is why their classroom is their own. Memorable. I remember each one of my teachers, at least in elementary school, most in middle school, definitely a ton in high school, and a good chunk in college, because of the way they taught us and the traits that they gave me as a person. And transformative. They taught me how to be a good person and how to be a good teacher and a good citizen of the world. More qualities. They recognize when students have an appetite for learning. There's a bookworm. They create a haven of intelligence where it's okay to be smart. I know a lot of bullies tease those who are smarter than others, but they create a space where it's good and powerful to have knowledge and share that knowledge with others. They use sympathy when necessary, which leads to practical and free advice. I remember I wasn't going through the best of times, as most middle school students can attribute to, and one of my teachers, my French teacher, came to me and talked to me and said everything was going to be all right. If I needed anything, she would be there for me. And last but not least, they return your attention with interest. Let's say you have an interest in something. They're going to say, so how's it going? They're going to give you resources. They're going to make you feel like you should be doing what you set out to do. I know I was interested in sharing a movie experience with my teacher, my French teacher. So I took out my textbook and I wrote her a note using the vocabulary words to describe the movie that my father and I watched that weekend. And lo and behold, she gave me extra credit just because I wanted to share my weekend. That was pretty cool. Quotable qualities from the article. You didn't have to fall for the person leading the discussion, but that you could be initiating and orchestrating it. And they witnessed the moment of the irrevocable when a student finds that book, the one we've all had, the book that first made us hungry and rattled our core and gave us permission to think for ourselves. So on the left I have my shirt, Think It's Not Illegal Yet, and on the right my favorite book, Fahrenheit 451 by Ray Bradbury, which no teacher actually introduced it to me, but I had the pleasure of teaching to my tutoring student just a couple weeks ago. We finished it. I thought that was pretty awesome. Last quote, the best teachers taught us reading, writing, math, and that the world is full of endless possibility. From my childhood, Mr. Feeney, from Boy Meets World. Sometimes the things you complain most about are the things you care most about. Unfortunately, we don't always know that until it's too late. Thanks, Mr. Feeney.
Wanted to know if you had anything else left to teach us.
Believe in yourselves. Dream. Try. Do good.
Don't you mean do well?
No, I mean do good.